Good evening, students. So we are with yet another topic on motion in straight line. So we are coming to the end topics which are very important for your numericals. That is, I will see motion under gravity. We'll start for motion under gravity. So what is acceleration due to gravity? So acceleration due to gravity is nothing but when the earth attracts the body towards itself. Okay, when a body is freely falling, what will be it accelerates. Okay, when it is falling, so that is nothing but the acceleration due to it. It accelerates in the presence of the gravitational force of the earth. So that is nothing but the acceleration due to gravity. Okay, so let us see here. So when a body is dropped from a height, it falls vertically downwards with an acceleration. This acceleration is uniform at any plane, and it is the same for all the bodies. This acceleration is due to the gravitational attraction of the earth, and it is known as the acceleration due to gravity. It is denoted by g. Okay, and it is the bodies are directed towards the center of the earth. Okay, the value of g varies from place to place. Okay, in a bar magnet, you have seen experiments on the bar magnet. So if we take a bar magnet, there are two poles, north pole and south pole. So now we will compare the bar magnet with the earth, right? In second year you will study the earth acts as a bar magnet. Okay, so on earth also there is south poles and north pole. So you have seen the experiment on the of bar magnet and the iron filings. So the iron filings will be attracted more towards the poles. So here also same way, the acceleration, the attraction of the bodies will be more towards the north. Okay, the value is what I'm telling in the sense is, so at the poles the acceleration due to gravity value is high, but at the center, so here the poles, north pole and south pole, the acceleration due to gravity is high, and at the equator, that is the equator is an imaginary line passes through the center. At the center it has the least value. So what will be the values that we are going to see? So at the poles it has maximum value 9.8 3 meters per second square, and at the equator it has 9.78 meter per second square. On an average, in what we take consider is 9.8 meter per second square, but sometimes in your numericals we will take it as 10 meter per second square. No, so for some numericals they will give g equal to 10 meter per second square, and for some numericals we will take, they will give 9.8. but if they are not given, just you can take 9.8. followed? So if they have not given and in the equation there is a g value, then you know the value of the g, so it will be 9.8. Okay, so these are the values. At the poles it will be 9.83 meter per second square. At the equator it is 9.78 meter per second square. On an average we will take 9.8, and in some numericals it will be given value as 10 meter per second square. Okay, now if the body is falling under gravity, andre that andre ಬಾಡಿನ ಅರ್ತ್ ಕಡೆನೆ ಮೂವ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ ಅವಾಗ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಅಂತ ತಗೊಂತೀವಿ. ಆಕ್ಸಲರೇಷನ್ ಡ್ಯೂ ಟು ಗ್ರಾವಿಟಿ ಜಿ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಅಂತ ತಗೊಂತೀವಿ. ಬಟ್ ಅ ಬಾಡಿ ಇಫ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಥ್ರೋನ್ ಅಪ್ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್, ಈಗ ಅಪ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಹೋಗಿತ್ತಂದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಅಪೋಸಿಟ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ನಾಗಿ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ನಾವೇನು ತೊಗೊತೀವಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ, g value negative anta ತಗೊಂತೀವಿ, minus value minus 9.8. okay, so this is the motion under gravity. okay, so now let us see the distance traveled during n second of the motion. So consider a body starting with the initial velocity u and moving along a straight line with uniform acceleration a. Let s1 and s2 be the distance traveled by the body n seconds. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ n ಮೈನಸ್ 1 ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಈಗ ಒಂದು ಬಾಡಿ ಸ್ಟ್ರೇಟ್ ಲೈನ್ನಾಗ ಮೂವ್ ಆಗ್ತಾಯಿದೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಇಟ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಎ ಇನಿಷಿಯಲ್ ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿ u ಮೂವಿಂಗ್ ವಿತ್ ಆ್ಯನ್ ಆಕ್ಸಲರೇಷನ್ a. ಓಕೆ, ನಾವು ಈಗ ಒಂದು ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ತನಕ ಹೋಯ್ತದು S1ಗೆ. ಸೊ ಇದು ಎಷ್ಟು ಟೈಮ್ನಾಗ ಇಷ್ಟು ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಕವರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಂದ್ರೆ n ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ಸ್ನಾಗ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಕವರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತು. ಮತ್ತು ಇನ್ನೂ ಒಂದು S2ನಾಗ ಏನು ಕವರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತು, n ಮೈನಸ್ 1 ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ನಾಗ ಅದು ಅಷ್ಟು ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಕವರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತು. ನಾವೀಗ n ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಸೆಕೆಂಡಿಗೂ ಎಷ್ಟು ಮೂವ್ ಆಯ್ತಂತ ನಾವು ಒಂದು ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾನಿಂದ ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಅಂದರೆ SN ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಯಾವುದೋ ಟೈಮ್ ಇರಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸಿಗೆ ಮೂವ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಅಂದರೆ 2 ಇಂಟರ್ವೆಲ್ಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಾಗ ಅದ್ರದ್ದು ರಿಲೇಟಿವ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ತೊಗೊಂಡು ನಾವು ಯಾವುದೇ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸನ್ನು ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ವಿ. ಮೋಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಬಾಡಿ, ಹೌ ಮಚ್ ಇಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಕವರ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ ಅ ಸ್ಟ್ರೇಟ್ ಲೈನ್, ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸಿ by taking if the two values are given. Okay, so now let us see Sn equal to S1 minus S2. ಸೊ ಈಗ Sn ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ನಾವು UN ಪ್ಲಸ್, ಈಗ ಇದು Sn ಹೆಂಗೆ ತೊಗೊಂಡಾರಂದ್ರೆ S1 ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು UT ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಹಾಫ್ AT ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್. ಇದು ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್ ಇಕ್ವೇಷನ್ ಅದು, ಹೌದಾ? ಸೊ ಈಗ T ಬದಲಾಗಿ ನಾವಿಲ್ಲಿ N ಅಂತ ತೊಗೊಂಡು, ಯಾಕಂದರೆ N ಸೆಕೆಂಡಿಗೆ S1 ಕವರ್ ಆಗೈತಿ. ಸೊ UN plus half AN square. So this is no problem. S2 ಒಳಗೆ U into N minus 1 plus half into A into N minus 1 whole square. ಸೊ ಈಗ ಇದು UN minus U, ಯಾಕಂದರೆ U ಒಳಗೆ ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಇದು ಬ್ರ್ಯಾಕೆಟ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ UN minus U ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಹಾಫ್ A, ಇದು ಆ್ಯಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಇಟ್ಟು ಇದನ್ನು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ. N ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಪ್ಲಸ್ 1 ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಮೈನಸ್ 2n. ಓಕೆ, ಇದು ಈಕ್ವೇಷನ್ A ಮೈನಸ್ B ಹೋಲ್ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಈಕ್ವೇಷನ್ ವಿ ವಿಲ್ ಫಾಲೋ. ಸೊ ಹಿಯರ್ UN ಮೈನಸ್ U ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಹಾಫ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಿರಿ, ಹಾಫ್ ಇಂಟು AN ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಹಾಫ್ ಇಂಟು A, 1 ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಇಸ್ 1 ಅಗೇನ್, ಸೊ ಹಾಫ್ A ಬರ್ತದೆ, ಮೈನಸ್ 2 gets cancelled here, n into A. So this much we will get. Okay, so this is S2. Now Sn is equal to S1 minus S2. So Sn value ಏನಾಯ್ತಿ, UN plus half AN square, then minus multiply ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂತ ಹೋಗೋಣ ಇದು ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ S2ಗೆ, ಮೈನಸ್ UN minus into minus plus U minus into plus minus half AN square minus into plus minus half A. Okay, minus into minus plus NA. Okay, ಈಗ ಏನೇನು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ಸಲ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ ನೋಡೋಣ. UN ಕ್ಯಾನ್ಸಲ್ ಆಯಿತು, ಹಾಫ್ AN ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ಸಲ್ ಆಯಿತು, ಮತ್ತು ಉಳಿಕಿದ್ದೇನೈತಿ ಯಾವುದು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ಸಲ್ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ Sn ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ಎಷ್ಟು ಬಂತು, U ಮೈನಸ್ ಹಾಫ್ A plus NA. Okay, so this much we got here. Again, what generalized value we will take? So here same thing we got. Yes, U plus AN, NA or AN ಏನಾದರೂ ಬರೀರಿ, ಮೈನಸ್ ಹಾಫ್ AN. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು A by 2 ಕಾಮನ್ ತೊಗೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. ಸೊ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ ಏನಾಯ್ತು ನೋಡ್ರಿ, Sn ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು U ಪ್ಲಸ್ A by 2 ಇಂಟು 2n minus 1. Okay, so this is the required equation for Sn. So this is the distance traveled during the nth second of motion. Now relative velocity. Relative velocity is nothing but, let us see the definition. Relative velocity means velocity of one object with respect to the other object. So ಈಗ ಸಪೋಸ್ 2 ಟ್ರೈನ್ಸ್ ಮೂವ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾವಂದ್ರೆ, ಈಗ ಸಪೋಸ್ A train and this is a B train. So velocity of A train is VA, velocity of B train is VB. ಸೊ ನಾವು ಇವೆರಡರದ್ದು ರಿಲೇಟಿವ್ ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿ ನಾವು ಹೆಂಗೆ ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ VA ಮೈನಸ್ VB ಆರ್ VB minus VA minus VB. So ಅಂದರೆ ಇವೆರಡರದ್ದು ಡಿಫ್ರೆನ್ಸ್ ಏನಂತ ತೊಗೊತೀವಲ್ಲ, ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ ದ ರಿಲೇಟಿವ್ ಮೋಷನ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಇಫ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅಪೋಸಿಟ್, ಇವೆರಡು ಸೇಮ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ನಾಗ ಐತಿ, ಇದೇ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಈಗ ಸಪೋಸ್ ಇದು ವಿ ಬಿ ಟ್ರೈನ್ ಅಪೋಸಿಟ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ನಾಗ ಮೂವ್ ಆಯ್ತಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲೇನಾಗ್ತದೆ, ಆರ್ ಈಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ವಿ ಎ ಮೈನಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಮೈನಸ್ ವಿ ಬಿ, ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಇದು ಅಪೋಸಿಟ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಐತಿ. ಸೊ ರಿಲೇಟಿವ್ ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿ ಆ್ಯಡ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಹಿಯರ್ explanation we will see, if VA and VB are velocities of two bodies VA and VB respectively moving in a straight line in the same direction, then a velocity of A with respect to B is VR equal to VA minus VB. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈಗ ಸಪೋಸ್ ನೀವು ಒಂದು ಟ್ರೈನ್ನಾಗ ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಫ್ರೆಂಡನ್ನು ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಟ್ರೈನ್ನಾಗ ಇದ್ದಾರಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊರಿ. ದೆನ್ ವಾಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪನ್ಸ್ ಇಸ್ the both the trains are moving with the same speed and they are moving in the same direction. The velocity, relative velocity, so that means you will not feel the difference there in the motion of the two trains. Okay, that means you can see that train is also moving and you will observe that your train is also moving, but the experience changes when a train moves in the opposite direction with you. Okay, I think you have experienced this. That means if a train is moving in the opposite direction with the same speed as yours, but your train is moving in the opposite direction, what happens is you will feel that the other train is moving with a very high velocity. That is what it is, it adds up. So that is this equation, what it says, if two bodies A and B are moving in opposite direction, the velocity A with respect to velocity B is the relative velocity will be more, that is VR equal to VA plus VB. Okay, the direction of the relative velocity is same as the direction of A. Okay, so this is the relative velocity. So this ends the theory part of this chapter. So now from now on we will solve the problems on this chapter. So some more problems I have taken here, 2 problems. So let us start. A car accelerates from 6 meters per second square, so 6 meter per second to 18 meter per second in 12 seconds. Okay, assuming the acceleration to be uniform, calculate the acceleration and the distance covered in 12 seconds. Now if a car accelerates, means again you should not think that these are acceleration of the body. That means it is moving with velocity. This is the initial velocity and this is the final velocity in 12 seconds. Okay, so u equal to 6 meter per second and v is equal to 18 meter per second. T is 12 meter per second. So what is as the acceleration? Okay, so now let us take so we will take the equation. So u is given, u is equal to 6 meter per second, v equal to 18 meter per second, t equal to time equal to 12 seconds. So what equation you have to use here? What is asked in the first sub question? Acceleration is asked. So v and t is given, u is given. So which equation we can use easily here? V is equal to u plus at is the equation. V is equal to u plus at. Okay, so v is how much? 18. U is how much? 6 plus a is not there. Okay, so here 18 plus v is 18, u is equal to 6 plus a is unknown, t is how much? 12. So here 18 minus 6 we will take this side. So 18 minus 6 equal to 12a. So it is 12. 18 minus 6 is how much? 12. So 12a, a equal to 12 by 12. So a is equal to 1 meter per second square. So this is your acceleration. Okay. Now second sub question, the distance covered in 12 seconds. So what equation we can take? S equal to ut plus half at square. Okay, using the equation S is equal to ut plus half at square. Okay, so again we will take it as 6 only. Here 6 into time is 12 seconds plus half into a, how much we got? 1. T is again 12 square. So 16 12s are, sorry, 6 12s are 72 plus 1 by 2. So it is 144, right? Yes. 2 1s are, 2 7s are, 2s are 72 again. So S is equal to 72 plus 72, that is 144 is the answer, in 144 meter. This is the distance covered by the body in 12 seconds. Okay, so this is what same answer we got here. Next we'll go to the another problem. A bullet moving with a velocity of 100 meter per second strikes a wooden plank. It penetrates the plank. It penetrates the plank to a depth of 20 centimeter before coming to stop. Calculate the average retardation of the bullet while passing through the plank. So when the bullet is fired through a wooden plank, the acceleration, how much it starts from in air medium, and when it penetrates the wooden medium, the acceleration decreases. So decreasing or acceleration is known as retardation. So u is 100 meter per second, v is 0, that means it comes to stop there. Okay, velocity becomes 0. And what is the distance traveled by the bullet is, that means into the plank 20 centimeter, convert that into meter, that is 0.2 meter. So andre 20 divided by 10 and 100 madidre 0.2 meter sigtade. Next, so here what we have to find out is acceleration, that is negative acceleration. In final velocity v is 0, initial velocity is 100, so square plus half a into 0.2. So here it will be 2 into 0.2 is 0.4 a, that is equal to, we'll take 100 this side, so it will be minus 100 square, that is 10,000. So a equal to minus 10,000 by 0.4 comes in the denominator. So 10,000 divided by 0.4. So a equal to, you can calculate and see what will be the value. So I got it as minus 25,000 meter per second square at the negative. That means it comes to stop, it decreases. So that is minus 2.5 into 10 raised to 4 meter per second square. This is the value of retardation. Thank you.